Two Ants and Their Strawberry.
Hello, young friends. Today I am going to share with you the tale of Allie and Annie, the incredibly hard-working ants from Sunny Meadow. In the heart of Sunny Meadow, there was a thriving colony of ants, ruled by the wise Queen Anatalia. Among her many subjects, two ants, Allie and Annie, were known for their extraordinary strength and unwavering dedication. Each morning, as the first light of dawn spread across the meadow, they would embark on their quest for food. One bright morning, Allie and Annie discovered something remarkable, a giant piece of fruit lying just beyond their meadow. It was a magnificent sight, the size of which they had never seen before. "Annie, look at this!" exclaimed Allie, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "This could feed our colony for weeks. Let's take it back with us." Annie examined the fruit, then glanced at the long path to their colony. It was a daunting task. "It's huge, Allie. Are we up to it?" she pondered aloud. "What do you think, kids? Should our brave ants take on this enormous task? It's a big challenge for such small creatures. Hold on to your answer, and we will look in a moment at what they finally decided." Allie and Annie decided to try. They pushed and pulled with all their might, but the fruit didn't budge. They heaved and strained, but it was no use. Just as they were about to give up, their friends from the colony arrived. They had seen Allie and Annie's hard work and came to help. All the ants worked as a team, pushing and pulling, inching the strawberry towards their home and dreaming about the dinner treat that night. As the sun began to set, the ants had made significant progress. But then a sudden downpour began, making the ground slippery and the task more challenging. The ants huddled under leaves, waiting for the rain to stop. Once the rain stopped, they noticed something odd. The fruit had rolled down a small hill during the storm and was now stuck in a narrow hole. "Oh no," cried Annie. "How will we get it out now?" The ants gathered around, brainstorming ideas. It was then that Allie had a brilliant idea. "What if we use those sticks over there to push the fruit out?" The ants quickly got to work, placing sticks under the fruit and pushing with all their strength. Slowly but surely, the fruit began to move. With one final push, the fruit popped out of the hole and rolled down the hill, straight towards their colony. But the adventure wasn't over yet. As they neared their home, they encountered a group of beetles. The beetles were fascinated by the giant fruit and wanted it for themselves. Everyone became angry, but Annie, with her quick thinking, proposed a deal. "We can share this fruit," she offered. "There's more than enough for all of us." The beetles agreed, and together the ants and beetles rolled the fruit into the heart of the ant colony. Everyone was super happy. Queen Anatalia was very happy to see this, her face beaming with pride. She said, "Well done, you have shown that with teamwork, creativity, and smart thinking, we can overcome any obstacle and even make new friends along the way." The ants and beetles celebrated their success together, sharing the strawberry and stories of their grand adventure. The meadow was filled with laughter and joy as they feasted under the stars. So remember, dear friends, just like Allie and Annie, you too can tackle big challenges and turn them into grand adventures. Keep working together and believing in yourselves.
Brave Little Leo, The Jungle Adventure. Hello, little friends. Today, I have a special story for you about a little lion named Leo who lived in the lush green-leaf jungle. Leo was a bright and playful lion cub, but he had one big secret. He was afraid of the dark. Every night, as the sun set and the jungle grew dark, Leo would hide in his den, shivering and scared. The sounds of the jungle at night, the hoots of the owls, the rustle of the leaves, and the distant roar of the river made him very nervous. One evening, Leo's friends, Ellie the elephant, Jerry the giraffe, and Zara the zebra, noticed that Leo was missing from their nightly play. Concerned, they went to Leo's den and found him in his pajamas. "Leo, why don't you come out and play with us?" asked Ellie, with a gentle smile. "I'm scared of the dark," Leo confessed in a small voice. "I don't like the strange noises and shadows." "We're here with you, Leo. Let's face the dark together," Jerry said, stretching his long neck encouragingly. Zara, with her bright stripes, added, "We all get scared sometimes, Leo, but we can be brave together." Feeling a bit braver with his friends by his side, Leo slowly stepped out of his den. The jungle was dark, but the stars and the moon lit up the sky, casting a gentle glow on the trees. As they walked, Ellie held Leo's paw, Jerry kept a lookout from above, and Zara sang a cheerful song. Together, they explored the jungle, and Leo realized that the noises weren't so scary after all. The hoots were just wise old owls, the rustling leaves were playful monkeys, and the river's roar was singing a jungle lullaby. Suddenly, they heard a small cry for help. It was Benny the bunny, who had lost his way back to his burrow. Leo, feeling braver than ever, said, "Don't worry, Benny, we'll help you." With his friends behind him, Leo led the way, using his sharp eyes to find Benny's home. Benny hopped happily into his burrow, thanking Leo and his friends. One sunny morning, as the jungle awoke to the songs of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves, a new challenge arose. A group of animals from a neighboring jungle arrived in Greenleaf Jungle. They were in distress, their home threatened by a mysterious shadow that loomed at night. Hearing their plight, Leo felt a surge of determination. He remembered his own fear of the dark and how he had overcome it with the help of his friends. "We must help them," Leo declared. His friends nodded in agreement, ready to lend their support. Led by Leo, the group embarked on a journey to the neighboring jungle. As they traveled, Leo shared his story of overcoming fear, encouraging the visiting animals with his words of bravery. Ellie, Jerry, and Zara offered comfort and strength, reminding them that together they could face any challenge. As night fell, they reached the neighboring jungle. The mysterious shadow appeared, larger and more intimidating than they had imagined. The visiting animals trembled, but Leo stood firm, his heart filled with resolve. "We face this together," he roared softly, his voice a beacon of hope in the dark. With cautious steps, they approached the shadow. To their surprise, they discovered it was not a monster, but the shadow of a great tree, twisted in such a way that it cast a frightening shape in the moonlight. The visiting animals sighed in relief, their fear melting away. They realized that the shadow was harmless, and their jungle was safe. After their grand celebration under the stars, Leo and his friends were known throughout Greenleaf Jungle for their bravery and kindness. The once timid little lion had become a symbol of courage, inspiring animals all around. As dawn broke, the two jungle communities celebrated their newfound friendship. Songs of joy and laughter echoed through the trees, and the once feared shadow became a symbol of their unity. Back in Greenleaf Jungle, Leo and his friends were greeted with cheers and admiration for their bravery and kindness. The neighbors thanked them. The animals told Leo that they had also learnt a lesson in facing their fears and the power of friendship. From that day on, Leo was no longer just the little lion who overcame his fear of the dark. He was a leader, a friend, and a hero to all in the jungles. His story of courage continued to inspire, reminding everyone that no matter how big or small, everyone has the power to overcome their fears and make a difference in the world. And so, in the heart of the lush Greenleaf Jungle, Leo and his friends continued to live, laugh, and embark on new adventures, forever bound by their unbreakable spirit of courage and friendship. The end.
Mia and her pink bike. Hello, kids! Today, I'm going to tell you a story about courage and bravery. It's about a girl named Mia who wanted to ride a bike. Mia loved to watch other kids ride their bikes. She thought it looked like fun. She wanted to ride a bike too, but she was afraid. She thought she would fall and hurt herself. She thought the other kids would laugh at her. She was scared. One day, her dad bought her a new bike. It was pink and shiny. It had a basket and a bell. It was beautiful. Mia was happy, but she was also nervous. She didn't know how to ride a bike. Her dad said, "Don't worry, Mia, I'll teach you how to ride a bike. It's easy and fun. You just have to be brave and try." Mia said, Okay, Dad, I'll try, but I'm scared. Her dad said, It's okay to be scared, Mia. Everyone is scared of something, but courage and bravery mean facing your fears and doing the right thing. Overcoming our fears can make us happier and a better person. Mia said, Okay, Dad, I want to be brave. I want to be happy. I want to ride a bike. Her dad said, Good, Mia. I'm proud of you. Let's go out in the evening and practice. In the evening, they came out to practice. Her dad held the bike and ran with her. He said, Pedal, Mia, pedal. Balance, Mia, balance. You can do it, Mia. You're doing great. Mia pedaled and balanced. She felt the wind in her hair. She heard the bell ring. She felt happy. She said, Dad, I'm riding a bike. I did it. Her dad said, Yes, Mia, you're riding a bike. You did it. He let go of the bike and watched her ride. He said, You're amazing, Mia. Mia said, Thank you, Dad. You're amazing too. You're kind too to teach me how to ride. Her siblings who were watching started jumping in joy. Later, they hugged and laughed. Now they started going on bike rides together and had lots of fun exploring together. The end.
Max and his shop, a story of greed. Max was a monkey who lived in a big forest. He liked to make things with his hands, like hats, scarves, and bags. He thought he was very clever and talented. He decided to open a shop in the forest and sell his things to the other animals. The word spread around, and a lot of animals started visiting his shop. The shop soon became famous, and a lot of customers liked his shop. One day, a rabbit named Rosie came to his shop. She saw a beautiful hat that Max had made. Rosie liked it very much. She said, Hello, Max. I like this hat. How much is it? Max looked at Rosie and said, Hello, Rosie. This hat is very special. It's made of the finest wool and silk. It's very warm and soft. It's perfect for you. It's only 5 carats, Rosie said. But I only have 4 carats. Can you please give it to me for 4 carats? Max said, No, I can't. This hat is worth 5 carats. If you don't have enough money, you can't buy it. Go away and don't waste my time. Rosie felt sad and hurt. She decided never to come back to his shop. The next day, a squirrel named Sammy came to his shop. He saw a nice scarf that Max had made. It was a beautiful scarf with bright colors. Sammy liked it very much. He said, Hello, Max. I like this scarf. How much is it? Max looked at Sammy and said, Hello, Sammy. This scarf is very special. It's made of the finest cotton and wool. It's very soft and warm. It's perfect for you. It's only 10 nuts. Sammy said, I don't have 10 nuts, but I really want to gift this scarf to my mommy. Can you please reduce the price? Max said, No, I can't. This scarf is worth 10 nuts. If you don't have enough money, you can't buy it. Go away and don't waste my time. Sammy felt sad and left. In a few days, a bear named Ben came to his shop. He saw a nice bag that Max had made. He needed that bag for his kid, but had nothing to pay. Ben offered to help in the shop to pay for the bag, but Max refused to give the bag. As days passed, Max became more and more rich and more greedy. One day, Jumbo, the elephant, came to his shop and asked for some bananas, as he was sick and hungry, but had no money. Jumbo said that he would pay for the food as soon as he feels better, but Max refused to help. Max said, I have not opened this shop to give away items for free. Either you pay for the bananas or leave fast. Days passed, and one rainy morning Max was going to open his shop. He was walking fast and did not notice a banana peel lying on the way, and he slipped and fell down. Max started crying in pain. Just then, Jumbo the elephant heard him cry. He came and quickly picked him up with his trunk and put him in soft grass. Max realized that he had made a big mistake. He had been rude and greedy. He had not cared about the other animals' feelings or needs. Max decided to change his ways. He wanted to be kind and generous from now on. The next day, he went to find the animals he had hurt. He apologized to them and gave them some gifts too. The animals were surprised and touched. They hugged and smiled and started going again to Max's shop and bought even.
The Adventurous Hummingbird. Hello, friends. Today, let's fly with Hazel, a tiny but brave hummingbird on her quest to find the magical rainbow flower in the vast whispering forest. In the heart of the whispering forest, Hazel the hummingbird lived happily. But she always dreamt of seeing the rare rainbow flower, said to bloom once every 100 years. One morning, Hazel heard from a passing butterfly that the rainbow flower was about to bloom. Excited, she decided to embark on a quest to find it. Hazel's first stop was the sunny glade. Here, she met Lily the ladybug, who warned her about the twisty turns ahead. Lily gave Hazel a shiny pebble for good luck. As Hazel fluttered through the misty veils, she got lost in the fog. She remembered Lily's pebble, which glowed softly, guiding her through the fog to clear skies. On going ahead in the forest, Hazel saw a mischievous monkey. The monkey said that he would ask her a riddle question, and if she answered it correctly, then he would show her the way. Hazel easily solved his riddle, and in return, he pointed her towards the Rainbow Valley. Flying high, Hazel reached the Rainbow Valley, but found a river blocking her path. Here, she met Finny the fish, who helped her cross the river with a splash and a leap. Beyond the river lay the whispering willows. Hazel heard a faint music. Following the melody, she found a cricket orchestra, which played a tune pointing her to the hill. By the time she reached the hill, Hazel was tired and hungry. She found a few berry bushes, but they were out of reach. A kind giraffe saw her struggle and helped her feast on the sweetest berries. As the sun began to set, Hazel finally saw it. The rainbow flower, shimmering at the forest's edge, more beautiful than she ever imagined. Hazel hovered around the flower, taking in its beauty. Slowly, the flower began to wilt. Remembering the importance of sharing, she called her friends to see the flower's final brilliant glow. Hazel returned home, her heart full of joy and stories of her adventure. She learned that her journey, and the friends she made along the way, were as precious as the rainbow flower itself. That's the end of our fluttery adventure today. In a cozy little house in a friendly neighborhood, there lived two siblings named Emma and Max. Emma was 6 years old, with bright eyes and a big smile, and Max was her 4-year-old brother, who was always full of energy and laughter. One sunny morning, Emma and Max decided to go on an adventure in their backyard. They imagined it was a vast jungle with tall trees and hidden treasures. They played and explored, pretending to be brave explorers. As they ventured further into their imaginary jungle, they stumbled upon a nest of baby birds. The tiny birds were chirping loudly, calling for their mother, who was nowhere to be seen. "Max, look! The baby birds are all alone," said Emma, her voice filled with concern. Max looked at the nest and then at his sister. "What should we do, Emma? They need their mommy," he replied. Emma thought for a moment and then said, "We need to take care of them until their mommy comes back. It's important to help our family, and right now we're their family." So Emma and Max gathered some worms and carefully fed the hungry baby birds. They watched over the nest, making sure the birds were safe and warm. As the day went on, the mother bird returned to the nest. She was so grateful to find her babies well fed and looked after. She chirped happily, thanking Emma and Max for their kindness. Emma and Max felt a warm glow in their hearts. They had helped take care of the little bird family, and it made them feel happy and proud. When they went back inside their house, they found their own mommy preparing a delicious snack for them. Emma and Max hugged her tightly, realizing how much their mommy cared for them every day. "Mommy, we took care of some baby birds today," Emma said with a big smile. "And we were like their family," added Max, his eyes sparkling. Their mommy smiled and said, "That's wonderful. Caring for each other is what makes a family strong. I'm so proud of you both." From that day on, Emma and Max checked on the birds every day and also looked out for each other and helped their family, just like they did for the baby birds. They learned the importance of caring for family. The end.
Mia's Magic, a journey of empathy. Once upon a time, in the small, cozy town of Maplewood, there was a kind-hearted girl named Mia. Mia lived with her parents and her little puppy, Toto. Everyone in Maplewood knew Mia for her bright smile and her even brighter heart. One sunny day, while walking through the town's park with Toto, Mia noticed a new family moving into the neighborhood. They had a little girl about Mia's age. The girl looked scared and alone. Mia wondered why she wasn't playing or laughing like other children. The next day, Mia saw the girl sitting alone on a park bench. "Hi, I'm Mia. What's your name?" Mia asked with a smile. The girl looked up, a little surprised, and replied, "I'm Lily. I just moved here." Mia sat next to Lily. "I know new places can be scary, but you'll love Maplewood." "Do you want to play with me and Toto?" Mia asked gently. Lily's face lit up, and she nodded eagerly. As they played, Lily shared that she missed her old friends and was worried she wouldn't make new ones. Mia listened carefully and said, "It's okay to miss your friends, but I'm here now and we can be friends." Days passed, and Mia and Lily became the best of friends. They went on adventures in the park, read stories together, and shared their favorite snacks. Mia introduced Lily to her other friends, and soon Lily felt right at home. One rainy afternoon, while playing at Mia's house, Lily looked sad. "What's wrong, Lily?" Mia asked. Lily said, "I miss my grandmother. She used to tell me stories on rainy days like this." Mia thought for a moment and said, "Let's make a storybook for your grandma. We can draw pictures and write stories." Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement, and they spent the whole afternoon creating a beautiful storybook. When the book was done, Lily said, "Thank you, Mia. You made me feel better." Mia hugged her friend and said, "That's what friends are for." Mia learned that being kind and understanding others' feelings made a big difference. She started a buddy bench in the schoolyard where anyone feeling lonely could sit, and others would come to talk or play with them. Mia's idea spread throughout Maplewood. Children learned to look out for each other, and the town became a happier place. The buddy bench wasn't just a place to sit, it was a symbol of friendship and empathy. One evening, as Mia sat with her parents, she told them all about Lily and the buddy bench. Her father joyfully said, "Mia, you have a very special gift, the gift of empathy. You see the hearts of others and bring joy where there's sadness." Mia smiled, feeling happy and warm inside. She knew that empathy, understanding how others feel, was her magic power. And with it, she made her little part of the world a better place. Friends, this story tells us that empathy is like a magical power. When we understand and care about how others feel, we can make the world a happier place, one friend at a time.
Lily the little star, who believed in herself. In a small town in the United States, there was a little girl named Lily. Lily loved to sing, dance, and play. But she was often shy and unsure of herself. She had a dream of performing in her school's talent show, but the thought of standing on stage in front of everyone made her tummy feel like it was filled with fluttering butterflies. One sunny afternoon, while playing in her backyard, Lily met a friendly firefly named Flicker. Flicker glowed brightly and danced in the air without a care in the world. "Hi, Flicker, you're so bright and beautiful," said Lily with a smile. "Thank you, Lily. I wasn't always this bright, you know," replied Flicker. "I used to be afraid of shining too much, worried that others might not like my light." Lily's eyes widened in surprise. "Really? But you're so confident now." Flicker nodded. "I learned an important secret, Lily. Do you want to know what it is?" "Yes, please," exclaimed Lily, eager to learn. "The secret is to believe in yourself," Flicker said softly. "When you believe in yourself, your light shines brighter than ever. And guess what? Others will see your light and feel happy too." Lily thought about Flicker's words. She wanted to believe in herself, but she didn't know how. "Flicker, how can I believe in myself?" Lily asked. "It's simple," Flicker replied. "Every night before you go to sleep, look at the stars and say, 'I am a star and I can shine bright.' Do this every night, and soon you'll see the difference. Lily did just as Flicker suggested. Every night she looked out her window at the twinkling stars and whispered, "I am a star, and I can shine bright." Days passed, and the talent show was getting closer. Lily practiced her singing and dancing, and each night she repeated her new mantra. She started to feel a warm glow inside her, just like Flicker's light. The day of the talent show arrived, and Lily was nervous, but she remembered Flicker's words. She stepped onto the stage, took a deep breath, and began to sing. Her voice was clear and strong, and her dance moves were graceful and fun. The audience clapped and cheered, and Lily felt a joy she had never felt before. She realized that she was shining bright, just like a star, and it was all because she believed in herself. From that day on, Lily was never afraid to share her talents with the world. She knew that her light was special, and that believing in herself was the key to letting it shine. And Flicker, well, he was right there in the audience, glowing with pride for his little friend, who had learned to be as confident as a star. The end.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a group of animals who lived together in a beautiful forest. They were all different from each other, but they all had one thing in common. They loved to play and have fun together. One day, the animals decided to build a treehouse where they could all hang out and play games. They knew that it would be a big job, but they were excited to work together and make it happen. First, the bird arrived. She was very small, but she was very smart. She helped by giving the other animals advice on how to build the treehouse so that it would be safe and sturdy. Next, the monkey started the work of the treehouse. He was very good at climbing trees and gathering branches. The other animals watched as he worked hard to build the foundation of the treehouse. Next, the elephant came along. He was very strong and could carry heavy logs with ease. He helped the monkey by carrying the branches up to the treehouse. The rabbit was next to arrive. She was very fast and could hop around the forest with ease. She helped by gathering leaves and grass to make a soft floor for the treehouse. As the animals worked together, they realized that they were able to accomplish so much more than they could have on their own. They were able to build a beautiful treehouse that was strong and safe, and they had a lot of fun doing it. But then, they faced a problem. They couldn't decide what color to paint the treehouse. Some animals wanted it to be blue, while others wanted it to be white. They started to argue and fight, and it seemed like they would never be able to agree. That's when the monkey had an idea. He called everyone together and asked what they thought they should do. Should they keep arguing and fighting, or should they work together to find a solution? All the animals responded with a resounding, "Work together," and that's exactly what they did. They talked to each other and listened to each other's ideas until they finally came up with a solution that everyone was happy with. In the end, the treehouse was painted with both blue and white stripes, and it looked beautiful. The animals were proud of what they had accomplished, and they knew that they could do anything if they worked together. The moral of the story is that teamwork and cooperation are very important. When we work together, we can accomplish great things and have a lot of fun doing it. So, the next time you're faced with a problem, remember to work together and find a solution that everyone can be happy with. I hope you enjoyed this story.
The Brave Squirrel and the Lazy Bear. Once upon a time, there was a squirrel who lived in a big forest in Texas. He was very hard-working and honest, and he loved to collect nuts and berries. He had a cozy nest in a hollow tree where he stored his food for the winter. One day, as he was gathering some acorns, he saw a bear sleeping under a shady tree. The bear looked big and strong, but also lazy and careless. He had no food, no shelter, and no friends. He just slept all day and night and waited for the winter to come. The squirrel felt sorry for the bear and decided to help him. He brought some of his nuts and berries to the bear and woke him up gently. "Hello, Mr. Bear," the squirrel said. "I am your neighbor and I want to be your friend. I have brought you some food so you can eat and be healthy. You should also find a place to stay and prepare for the winter. It will be cold and snowy soon, and you will need food and warmth to survive." The bear opened his eyes and saw the squirrel and the food. He was hungry and greedy, and he wanted to eat the squirrel and the food. But he pretended to be grateful and friendly and said, "Thank you, Mr. Squirrel. You are very kind and generous. I appreciate your food and your friendship, but you don't have to worry about me. I have a secret. I don't need to work or save food for the winter. I have a magic fur coat that keeps me warm and fed. It is the most wonderful thing in the world, and I want to share it with you. Come, hop on my back, and I will take you to my magic fur coat." The squirrel was curious and excited. He had never heard of a magic fur coat, and he wanted to see it for himself. He thought that the bear was really his friend and that he wanted to help him. He agreed to go with the bear and climbed on his back. The bear walked away from the shady tree and headed towards a dark cave. Kids, what do you think the bear's secret is? Does he really have a magic fur coat, or is he lying to the squirrel? What do you think the squirrel should do? Think about it for a moment, and then I will tell you what happened next. Are you ready? The bear had no secret. He had no magic fur coat. He was lying to the squirrel. He just wanted to take him to his cave and eat him for his dinner. He was very selfish and dishonest, but the squirrel was very smart, and he realized that the bear was lying to him, and he sensed the danger. So he decided to escape from the bear and save his own life. He said, "Mr. Bear, you are amazing. You have a magic fur coat that keeps you warm and fed. I can't wait to see it. But I just remembered that I have a pot of honey near my nest, and I want to gift it to you when you show me the fur coat, so let's go back and quickly get it." The bear was surprised and greedy. He believed the squirrel's lie. He said, "Thank you, Mr. Squirrel. You are very brave and noble. Of course, let's go." As soon the bear stopped and turned around, the squirrel jumped off the bear's back. He grabbed his tail with his paws and swung it around. He hit the bear on the nose with his tail and made him cry out in pain. "Mr. Bear, here is the honey," the squirrel said, holding his tail in his hand. "Come and get it." The bear was confused and angry. He realized that the squirrel had tricked him, but before he could attack, the squirrel climbed the nearby tree. The squirrel laughed and said, "Mr. Bear, you are very foolish and lazy. You tried to eat me, your friend, who helped you with his food. You don't deserve my food or my friendship. Go away and never come back." The bear was ashamed and afraid. He knew that the squirrel was right and that he had done a terrible thing. He said, "Mr. Squirrel, I am sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me." The squirrel said, "Mr. Bear, I forgive you, but I cannot trust you anymore. We shall never be friends." The bear realized his mistake and went away.
Danny's rainy day choice. In the year 2023, in a small town in the United States, there lived a boy named Danny. One cloudy afternoon, as he walked home from school, it began to drizzle. Danny quickened his pace, eager to get home before the rain intensified. Suddenly, he noticed an elderly man struggling to pick up groceries that had fallen out of a torn bag. Danny hesitated. If he stopped to help, he would get wet and be late for reaching home. What should Danny do? Should he rush home to stay dry, or should he stop to help the man, even if it means getting wet and being late? Danny looked at the sky, then at the man. He knew what he had to do. With a kind smile, he started helping the man gather his groceries. He didn't mind the rain or the ticking clock. After ensuring the man was okay, Danny continued his journey home. He was drenched, but his heart was full of joy and satisfaction of helping someone.
That's the end of our fluttery adventure today. If you like this story, then please do like it and subscribe to the channel for more such stories.